So in a previous video, showed you that I picked up a 22 YZ125. So what do you do when you first buy a bike? Well, you take it all back apart. So I got my boy out here. We're just going to take some things apart. The goal is to pull the carb and verify the jetting, make sure it's clean. And secondly, since we're halfway there, we're also going to pull the shock and then pull the swing arm off and all the linkage bearings and grease all that, but that's in the next video. Alright, notice we're taking the air filter out. It's really dirty, and as you can move it around and whatnot, the glue on the foam was kind of falling apart, so we're definitely going to order a brand new air filter. Alright, we're at the carb here, and there's just enough room to snake this out. Now obviously if you take the shock off, it's a whole lot easier. Which I do take the shock off, probably 20 minutes after this, but, I like to do things the hard way sometimes. Okay, took the carb all apart, and I noticed, or I found a few interesting things. First off, in the bowl, I found metal shavings. Like, right there, these two. I don't know what that's from. It could be from the bowl nut. It looks a little marred up here. I don't know what the heck happened, but it looks a little like some burrs here. So I think what I'll do is I'll hit this with a file and smooth it out. I'm not sure why it looks that way. There's a little bit of crud in there, so I'll probably hit that with the vapor blast and get that clean. The float bowl itself looks clean, so that's cool. I'll just ultrasonic that really quick. Also, when I pulled apart the main jet, there's a big freaking shaving in here too. Look at this. Trying to pull this out. Yeah, so right here, look at this. Like someone, I don't know if someone was drilling this out or it's just bad machine work. I don't know. But anyway, so what I think I'm going to do is, this is the stock main jet, 160, and what I'm going to do is probably just maybe throw this out. I mean, I don't know if someone would drill this out or what, but maybe I'll just put this in a bag and put it aside and just put a fresh one in. Aside from the jetting, so here's why I take this apart. You find weird stuff like this, metal shavings and dirt and whatnot, but let's go over the jetting really quick. So the Pilot jet is stock 75. There's a 72, and even with this leaner 72, I was able to tune the air screw, and it's like over 2.5 turns out, and it started to respond and lean out. So I'm still rich on the Pilot. It'll run or start cold on the choke, so therefore this can probably go down a few sizes. So I will probably tweak that. Here's the needle, NYDF. You see the stamping, so that's the stock size needle. It's moved up one clip to the leanest position. Okay, it should be in the second position stock. I also received 2 leaner needles in the sale, and what that means is the starting diameter is larger, which will be a leaner needle. So I got the next 2 leaner needles, and I will probably experiment with that, but what I'll probably do is put this one back to stock and see what happens. The main jet was stock, so I'll continue to run a stocker for now. The power jet is stock, and it's the smallest one you can put in there. It's a 35, so I'll run that, and that's pretty much it. So other than the Pilot, everything's going back to stock, and I will start there with the baseline, and then I will, jet it once, we get out in the field and able to tune it. Here's the plug. The center looks nice. I could tell down low it's a little rich, and then once you open it up, it's not bad at all. So I really think down low it needs to be a little crisper, a little leaner. Other than that, you could tell it is running rich though. Look how dark it is on all these threads, and then this ring is black. So we'll work on that. Over here, the carb body looks fine. I will just put it in the ultrasonic to clean, you know, mainly the exterior. The interior looks pretty clean. Here is the power jet system. So once you crank this open, the jet, that 35 jet flows here and sprays out this bar, and then it gets shut off via the CDI at 8,500 RPM or so, certain throttle position from the TPS, and it'll over rev. It'll be leaner and an over rev. As far as this connector, I have it on order. I went to Cycle Terminal and I was able to locate this terminal and these pins, and I ordered new ones. And I'll have a video on fixing that as a separate video. But I should have the crimper for this. It's pretty, you know, F-style crimper here, and I got a seal crimper. It's kind of like MetroPack stuff, and so forth. So this is all that's going on here, and that's why you should always take the carburetor apart when you get a new bike and go through it and see where it's at. Also, as far as the slide, it's a number 7 slide, so it's a relatively lean slide, rich pilot setup. Not sure why they do that, but that's kind of what it is. In the past, it would probably be a leaner pilot, richer slide. So basically, the vacuum signal off this will pull the fuel out of the pilot jet and so forth. So those work hand in hand. Okay, gave this thing a little bit of bath in the ultrasonic cleaner. I used Sharper Tech 1220 as the cleaner. So this was just a quick dunk, and everything's together now. All right, so I'm gonna go down 2 sizes on the pilot. Main jet is gonna be stock. I just got a new one because I found shavings in here. And then 1 size leaner on the needle. This needle came with the sale, and it is a larger starting diameter, and I believe it's a half clip position leaner than this one. And the manual states over 77 degrees Fahrenheit to use this needle, so we will stick with this. So I know it's too rich on the pilot. The needle will just, you know, the starting diameter really affects the quarter throttle position. That's kind of where I felt it was a little rich. So we'll just try this. And here's the power jet, which is going to be unchanged, and so forth. So first thing we're going to do is install the jets. So here you got the pilot jet, and get a screwdriver that fits in there nice. Okay, we got the pilot jet in there. Now it's the main jet. So these are cool from Motion Pro. Just little jet tools, and that helps when you're changing it in the bike. Here is the power jet. It goes in here. And then I got one of the, this is a new screwdriver I just picked up. So it's 3.5 millimeters wide. Fits perfect in here. I had to sand the sides just a little bit because it gets past the jet here just a little bit, so not a lot of torque on that. You just need to do it just a little bit. Put that guy back in here. Followed by your pin. Alright, so that all looks cool. By the way, these screws are a little stripped out because they didn't use JIS screwdrivers, so make sure you use that. Alright, so those will go there. Okay, I had these vent tubes all screwed up, but anyway, we're good now. Tighten these up, don't go crazy, they're just holding a fuel bowl on. Okay, make sure the 17 mils tight. Okay, that one's good. All right, last but not least, we'll put this pilot air screw back in. And I'll set it to 2 turns out. Actually 1.5. I'm hoping that the pilot change, I was at like 2.5 turns out. Hopefully with the pilot jet, half, 1, half. Each pilot jet step is about a half a turn on here. So I was at 2.5, leaned it out 2 steps, so hopefully I'm at 1.5 now. That should be what I'm thinking it should be. All right, so this is ready to go back on the bike, but I'm still waiting for pins for this connector that was damaged, and then we'll be able to throw it back on. All right, that's gonna do it for this video. I highly recommend when you buy a new bike that you take the carb apart. You're always gonna find a couple little surprises and a couple things you can improve on. And I'm gonna link some videos here from the KX250 series that kind of covers more in detail how to remove and take apart the carb.